Hello, everyone. My name is Diptii Shah. I hope you are having a very wonderful January 2022. In the January of 2021, more than 500,000 people around the world took the Veganuary challenge and tried to turn vegan. The reasons could be anything: health, environment, animals, etc., etc. To talk more about veganism and plant based food, I have for you this special episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Diptii Shah and welcome to my show, Artistry. How do I introduce you to today's guest? The most wanted vegan chef in Hong Kong, the most celebrated, the chef at Ma and the Seeds of Life restaurant, or the goddess of vegan cheese in Hong Kong. Let's welcome Miss Tina Barrat. Hello, Tina, and welcome to my show.
Thank you, Diptii. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
I'm
you,
very
Tina.
honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Tina. So, Tina, tell us about your food journey. How did it begin? Where did it begin? We are so excited to know.
Really? Okay. How long time do you have?
All the time for you.
All the time? Okay. So, because I want to go back to my grandma, so I can make it short, but otherwise, if you want to hear the real story, I have to go back to my grandma.
Please begin from the beginning.
Okay, great. So yeah, my grandma, I was a very little girl and she was already 92, but she was still very active. And then she was cooking in the kitchen and I was always watching her, and then she teach me all the herbs and why I have to put the herbs in the food and why is that, and so for me that was very inspiring, and I really treasured that time with her. And when I was a little girl, I was living with my grandparents, and I moved with my mom when I was 7 years old. And this was a very great change from a very yummy food. My mom is a healthy freak, sorry, but she's actually a pioneer. She used to take me to all the organic shops when I was a little girl. And then, so it's very long time ago. And you can say she's a pioneer because it's more than 50 years ago. She was taking me to all those organic shops. And then when I moved to her house, at home, we have everything brown. So we have brown bread, brown rice, brown sugar. So everything unprocessed. My mom used to be a swimmer, like an athlete. And then she won a few prizes when she was in Morocco. So, and her style in swimming is just totally fantastic. Yeah, when she's swimming, it's like a torpedo. It's very beautiful. So I would say my style of cooking is a combination of the two. So I try to make everything very yummy, but I use nutritious whole ingredients. So this is where maybe different from the other place because I don't use anything processed and we do everything from scratch. And right. I I really treasure the idea of being super healthy, and you can feel it when you eat something healthy. Is you have a reaction. You can feel full. It's not feel, oh, I need more, I need more. No, you feel satisfied. So this is the sense. So that's the first thing. And then, but of course, I was not chef all my life, and then I didn't know I'm going to be chef one day. Anyway, I started with fashion design, and then from fashion design, jewelry design. This is bring me to Hong Kong from France, and then at some point, I was going to open another fashion shop with one of my partner, and then I don't know. I see this place in Wan Chai, and I say, oh, maybe we should do a coffee shop and fashion together. So the front of the shop would be fashion, the back of the shop would be like a coffee shop, because there was a little backyard. I was a bit like in the New York style things. And then two of us, we are from fashion. We don't know that we need license even to sell coffee. So suddenly we end up with that place in Wan Chai on Moon Street. And then we have to choose. Either we do fashion or we do food, because we need to go for the license. And then I don't know what happened. My partner said, oh, we do food. Say, okay. And then we find a chef, because originally I'm not supposed to cook. And that lady wanted to do just raw food. I love raw food. I fall into raw food like 20 years ago. And then for me, it works very well. When I say raw food, it's not sushi, it's raw vegan food. And but then she wanted to do like everything raw in the restaurant. But in Hong Kong, to sell just raw food, it's impossible. Raw food is cold. It won't be selling that much. It's impossible. So, and then the last minute she said, oh, if it's not totally raw food, I don't want to do it. What? We have to open. And then suddenly I end up in the kitchen. There was no other choice. So I always like cooking. This is one of my passions, because I learned with my grandma, and every time I cook, it's like she's there with me, and I can feel her telling me, oh, put this one. And so that I try to recreate this one. And then from the beginning, people tell me, oh, I can feel your food is so much love into it. Of course, there is so much love into it, because I love what I do. And then if you are passionate about what you do, people can feel it, and then they trust you. And so this is cutting short, and so many things happen. That's first place, and I close that place, and I open another one, and close another one, and do pop-up dinner everywhere in Hong Kong, renting space, and then creating different menu. People who follow me for so many years, they know I always create different menu. Every time I do a pop-up dinner, it's a different menu, something they haven't seen before. So it's not like I repeat food and people get bored. It's like I never repeat food. Maybe people keep asking me, oh, can you make that dish last time? So, no. So I lost the track. Yeah. So, and now I'm here. It's Man, the Seeds of Life.
Yes, your very beautiful restaurant.
Thank you.
So, Tina, you were into organic food and everything.
Yeah.
Were you always vegan? And when did raw vegan happen?
Okay, I was not always vegan, because in my family, nobody is vegan. We don't know, we eat like fresh and then healthy food, but not vegan. And they are not even vegetarian. It's just when I was still living in Paris, I became vegetarian, because I realized that I feel so much lighter and so much more energetic when I was only eating vegetarian food. So at that time, I was still eating eggs and cheese, which is a normal procedure for a vegetarian. And when I come to Hong Kong, I was even more convinced that I have to stay vegetarian, because I see the in France, we are very particular about the cold chain. What you call the cold chain is like when you put something in the fridge, it stays at the same temperature. It's not like a frozen and frozen, frozen and frozen, and then in that place. And then when I was arriving in Hong Kong, like in '94, and I see the frozen chicken hanging in front of the supermarket for hours, I say, maybe I'm not eating that. So I was continuously convinced that I should be vegetarian. And that's why when we opened the first restaurant, which is called Maya Cafe, that place was vegetarian. We have a very little cheese though. It was actually mostly vegan, but because we have cheese, we couldn't call it vegan. And at that time, the word was like a bit scary. You tell vegan, people, they don't know what is it. Maybe they think it's a sect or something religious. And then I remember my partner at that time, she was trying to ask the customer in the street, say, oh, come and try. And then she was using the word vegan. And then people run away, say, don't use this word. So, and then even me, I just find sometimes it's kind of annoying. Why do we have to specify if we are doing vegan food? We are doing like excellent food, good food, healthy food. It's nothing like vegan or non-vegan or whatever. It's just, I hope one day people will just, they don't have to mention it's this one or this one. It's just good food.
So Tina, I understand that was coming from health reasons. You always felt better eating vegan food.
Yeah.
And then second was hygiene. You didn't feel like, eating whatever meat was available to you.
Yeah.
Now, when you go from vegan to raw vegan, how is that journey different?
It's actually not from one to another, because I became totally vegan in 2015, which is quite recent, because until I have my first restaurant, I was still vegetarian. And when I opened my second Maya Cafe in Shangwan, this is the time I turned vegan, because my restaurant was vegan. And for me, it makes no sense that I have a vegan restaurant and I'm not vegan myself. So from one day to the other, I just say, okay, no more cheese. And actually that was fine. No major problem. I don't miss anything. And maybe that's the time I started making my first few cheese. So I was making at that time something which is called I think I call it no goat. So it's like the idea of goat cheese with black pepper. So raw vegan. So raw vegan is another direction. So raw vegan, I just felt into it. It's no plan, no nothing. And at that time I was still at that time I was a jewelry designer. So I was a jewelry designer, and I have a showroom. I was running a showroom in Chimchachoi, and ladies were were coming to buy clothes, like samples of clothes, and also some of my jewelry. And so they were very nice, but they are not too busy. So one day they say, oh, we are going to see this demo. One lady is going to show us how to make some raw food. I have no idea what they are talking about. And they say, oh, come with us. Okay, I'm not that too busy that day. I say, okay, I come with you. And so we go to one of these large apartments, and then there's this lady with many machines, and then she do a demo. And then I don't understand what she's doing. She's just use machine to cook. Actually, it's no cooking. It's just using machine to make some food. And then she prepared a large buffet, and then we tried the food. And then it was delicious. But for me, it's like I couldn't understand how you can make food and then you don't use cooking. I mean, the fire, right?
Right.
And so the thing is, so I eat the food, I like it, and then after the demo, I have to tell all those ladies, sorry, I have to go back to work, so I'm leaving first. And I go down the building, and suddenly I feel so high. I have to run around the building to come down. So what's happening to me? It's like, ooh. And then, and so I kind of panic, there is something inside the food or what. And so I called the woman and said, No, don't panic. It's normal. That's the life enzyme in the food, and then you have the surge of energy, the surge of a reaction. Okay, so and then what she was using like sprouted seeds and sprouted lentils. So that's the time I start adding sprouted anything to my food, because I love the idea of like a superwoman. And so this is the time, I start adding just sprouted seeds to my normal food. And then later on, when I have my restaurant, when I was preparing raw food for my customer, I felt that, okay, I know how to cook. The ingredients are the ingredients. There is nothing magic. It's not, raw food, you need to have magic to do it. Anybody can do it. And for me, it was nutritious. My guests like it. And then I even have I think I was the first one to do zoodles in Hong Kong. So I was serving zoodles in a cashew cream and truffle sauce. And then every Sunday, so on the Saturday, Sunday, we were serving brunch. And every Saturday, Sunday, we have a queue outside for people just for that dish. They are not vegan. They just want to try something different they never see in their life. So that was very interesting. So after preparing raw food for a while, and then I opened my second place, I was really thinking, I need to have like proper training. So I went for raw food training, and then I became a raw food chef. So I'm a trained raw food chef. I learned some. I didn't learn too much because I was already practicing in my restaurant. So I already have some tricks I know. But that was very interesting because to make some cakes, I learned some new ingredients which I never used before. But so after having this diploma, then I come back and I try to present my customer more raw food. And for for a long time, actually, many years, I've been doing pop-up dinner using just raw food. Right. First of all, because you go to some place, they don't have kitchen, you just rent a space. And then raw food is raw food, so you don't need to make hot. And then you just do a nice plating. And then you have different textures, something dehydrated, something soft, something hard, something crunchy. And then people just follow me. And for me, I just realized that when I just eat raw food, I feel more energized because it's even higher in nutrients than vegan food, which is normally cooked. And also, I'm not too good on carbs. So when many vegan, they actually try to compensate the fact by eating more carbs, more potato, more pasta. But actually, my body doesn't react too well on carbs. So raw vegan is actually raw on carbs. I mean, processed carbs, because it's no cooking. So fruits, yes, but no pasta, no rice, no potato, something like that. So, yeah. Right.
So, Tina, when a person, normal meat-eating person, let's say, wants to, try vegan, what are the top 3 foods that will, show up in his mind and in front of his eyes and say, no, I'm not giving that up?
Cheese. Cheese is one of the first. For some people who are still vegetarian, they are still holding on vegetarian because I can't give up cheese. Okay. Some meat eaters, they will say, of course, beef, because good steak they cannot resist. But I don't know. But basically, it's not three ingredients. It's basically the cheese. It's always the cheese, the last one.
So is that the story behind your super delicious, super wanted, super famous, super selling cheese?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yes. because all this time, okay, from one first cheese to second first cheese, and then to introduce to some of my pop-up dinner, I start making more and more cheese, and then more and more people like it. And I see there is a huge demand because many people are actually lactose intolerant, or they have a dairy allergy.
Right.
So having this kind of cheese, unless they have nut allergy, sorry, I cannot do, because my cheese are mostly made of cashew or almonds.
Almonds, yes.
So, yeah.
Tina, Hong Kong being a primarily meat eating place, if I may say so, you came up with the idea of a fine dining vegan restaurant right in the middle of the city. I'm sure the rents are very expensive. What made you take that risk?
I'm not afraid of meat eaters. Okay. From day one, I've done some pop-up dinner in some of the beautiful art galleries, and the ladies, they bring their husband. It's a beautiful place. They have beautiful wine, and they don't know what they are going to eat. And I serve them raw food made of plants, and then they say, "Oh my God, that's so delicious! If this is vegan food, I can eat every day." So okay, so and it's continue. So it started when I do my pop-up dinner. It continue now, even in the restaurant now. People are really bluffed. They realize it's so tasty. They don't actually miss anything. So and there is a market at the moment for that. There is a niche, if we can open, of course, but people want to go out and have something very delicate to eat with full of flavors. I think the idea of having the meat or not the meat, it doesn't really matter. It's just a beautiful place, beautiful presentation, and very tasty. And I never cut corner on quality. So people are really enjoying. And then they are nice sitting. I don't know if you come to our place. It's a nice sitting. It's a beautiful plate in front of them. I think that's enough.
Yes, I have been there, and I think I mean, you're right. Nice environment, lovely food. You can just enjoy your lunch or dinner or whatever you go there for.
Yeah.
Right. So, Tina, do you think people have some kind of myths in their mind or misconceptions that stops them from trying vegan?
One of the myths is, we are going to have a protein deficiency. Up to now, in the hospital, we haven't seen anybody dying of protein deficiency. So I think it should be okay. Where do I get my proteins? Okay, proteins are everywhere. And just so normally what I do, because I have few friends who actually run Spartan, they are international athletes, and they are totally vegan. And on top of that, they are raw food. And some of them are just on foods. So, and then you can see the muscle everywhere. It's not a problem. You can build muscle on a vegan diet. Can do.
Right. They're going to be fine, right?
Yeah, they're going to be fine. No problem.
Okay. So what are your future plans, Tina? Do we see a branch of Ma coming somewhere else in Hong Kong?
I hope so. I have many ideas, but it takes time to, of course, start. For now, what we are going to do, we are going to have a pop-up store in Central. Mm-hmm. So we are going to sell cheese. We are going to sell vegan coffee.
Oh, lovely.
So there won't be any dairy available. So this time, pay $4 or $5 for more for almond milk or for oat milk. No, it's the normal price. There is no additional price. And then, so that will be close to the restaurant, and then see how it goes and how people like it, and see if we go further. You know, at this time, it's just one step at a time. Cannot go too far away.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you great success ahead, Tina. On a lighter note, Tina, what are your top 3 tips to become successful in anything that we do in life?
Okay, my first thing would be passion. If you are passionate about what you are doing, you can achieve it. If you, oh yes, baby, no, I'm not sure. No, I have to think about it. I have to calculate. I think go for it and then just go with passion. That is the main thing.
Right.
And the second thing I would say, honesty. Why people follow me for all this time is because I don't cut corners. So I could say, oh, this is organic, but it's not, or this I use it or do that and then do something else, or try to cover up the taste with something else. No, I just do what I do best, and then it's authentic and it's honest. So I think people can feel it, and then that's why even I changed for so many restaurants, so many pop-up dinner, and so many people follow me. There must be a reason. Okay, so passion, honesty, and money will help. But okay, but this is not personal. But I think passion and drive can put everything together. If you are really passionate about a project, about any idea, everything will come into place. You will find a person to help you to finance your things. Everything will come into place as long as you are passionate and you are honest. I don't know if honest is really the right word, but it's like true to yourself, true to what you do.
Thank you, Tina, for that amazing conversation. Thank you so much for coming on my channel.
Thank you so much, Diptii. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina. The journey to becoming a vegan and accepting veganism in your life is not really a very difficult one. If you have the intent and you decide to begin and commit to it, things will fall into place. Think about it. My name is Diptii Shah, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for further content like this.